Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Alison DiBarto Goggin with Little Black Bag Medicine, and today we are going to be talking about the isolated Mombie and what we are going to do to survive. So what is a Mombie? Is actually similar to a zombie, right? But a mom who is kind of like a living, walking, dead or alive person trying to figure out how to make it through the day. They typically say we run on coffee, survive on wine at night. I like to say we steal fruit snacks because a lot of moms are hiding in the pantry, crashing in the afternoon, and then awake all night, tossing and turning. So what I am launching is the Mombie Survival Guide. It's a 10 videos and 10 days series. It's completely free to help you break free from the Mombie life that you might be living. So when my son was born, he's now 8. He did not sleep at all through the night. He slept in about 45-minute cycles. And it wasn't until he was about 9 months old that he slept for 5 hours in a row. And I felt like a brand new person. It was insane. And throughout the next few years, I worked myself into a frenzy and overloaded myself. I was sick all of the time. I was crashing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sleeping until 6. I was so incredibly stressed out. And then I was sleeping until 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning after I had left my practice and took basically a sabbatical just to be home with my kids. I was eating like junk food all of the time because I just didn't care. I didn't feel good. I didn't know how to take care of myself. I wanted to exercise. I started exercising. I've started a million programs. If you go in my basement, there's just stacks of DVDs. It's crazy. But I would only get 1 or 2 weeks in, and then I would completely crash and be wiped out and couldn't exercise. Every muscle, every joint was so incredibly sore, and I had no idea what to do. I was told I had anemia. I was told I had thyroid issues. I was told I had hormone issues. At some points, I was even told I had cancer. Now, none of those were right, thank God. None of them were true, and I had to work on myself and actually do my own blood testing because no one else would run it for me and do my own investigation into what's going on. So that is a Mombie, and I am a recovered one, so I'm here to tell you it's absolutely possible. And while we're in isolation, and maybe you're even more overwhelmed right now, even more confused. My kids are running around right now outside. I'm wondering when they're going to burst in here. I sit down to read a book and they're on top of me. There's so much noise all of the time. No one stops talking, or dogs don't stop barking. Emails won't stop. So take a deep breath. Like I need to right now as well. I'm with you. I know that as a woman, you want to show up in your life the way you want to. And right now, if you're feeling this way, you probably aren't showing up the way who you truly are, your full self-expression, right? You might be angry, right? You might be lashing out at your kids or your husband or your spouse. You might be totally shutting down into depression and not feeling good. Like you can't even get out of bed. You can't clean. You can't, laundry's piling up. Dishes are piling up. You're just feeling overwhelmed. And that's totally normal. And that's totally okay because a lot of people are feeling that way. We don't know what to expect in the next month, 2 months, rest of the year. Is this going to happen again? We're all in limbo right now. So when you're looking at your health and you're thinking, God, I just want to do something. I just want to feel better. Right now, I do not expect anyone to make drastic changes. We can't go to the grocery store like normal. Meat is sold out. Fresh veggies aren't sold out. So we're probably really good on that one. But we're basically emotionally eating, stress eating. So don't feel like you have to make drastic changes right now. You don't have to start a new diet or a program. You can start layering things in, and that's what we talk about a lot in the program. So while you're here in isolation, start just becoming really present and do your best job to limit your fears about the future. Stop worrying about the past. Easier said than done. Like I'm going to roll my eyes at myself on that one too. Don't worry. But the more present you are, the more engaged you are, the more calm it will bring to you. And the more present you are, the more calm will bring to your families. So we really need to just be together right now And I know over the weekend, I was like pulling my hair out. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't answer any more questions about YouTube or that video game. And I just couldn't stop thinking about, what are we going to do next week? What are we going to eat? How are we going to get toilet paper? What am I going to do with my businesses? And what is my husband going to do with his job? All of these things. And I just totally spazzed myself out. So I had to go back to all of my coping skills and do all of them at once. And it was really overwhelming. So when I was able to step back and go, okay, there's nothing I can do right now. I can't worry about the future. I can't change anything. I just had to be super present. It actually really changed the level of tension that was in my complete home, because when we're tense, our whole family picks up on it. And sometimes my kids get super tense and rage along with me and throw fits and go crazy. And sometimes they shut down because they don't want to trigger me. And I can see that. And I know I have to go, okay, I have to come to them. And usually what I do is I say, I'm sorry, I'm having such a bad day. I'm really struggling with this. It's not about you. You're a really good kid. Thanks for all your help. Whatever I need to say to them in that moment, and just really start focusing on being present, which also means eye contact. It means breathing. It means answering their questions. It means being engaged in what they're doing, even though it's the same YouTube conversation over and over again. You know what I'm talking about, right? But involving them and your family in your present moment, so that way you can really connect and calm with them, and they can be your calm as well. The other thing is we need to rest to regenerate. And that might mean slowing your roll with chores, slowing down with what needs to be done. We're not going anywhere, right? Like, I have to keep telling myself that stuff's not going anywhere. Like, I need to rest so I can regenerate, not just regenerate for our energy and our physical body, but our mental state, our emotional state, our spiritual state. We need to slow down. We need to rest. And it might feel non-productive. You might feel like you're a bad mom or a bad wife or a bad housekeeper, a bad employee, a bad boss, whatever you are, whatever your hat is in that moment. You might feel like, I'm not doing this right. But the truth is, there is no right now. There's no way for you to get everything done. There's never a time when we can get everything done, right? So this is not the time to think, all right, well, I'm home, everything should be perfect. You should think the opposite. We're home, nothing is going to be perfect. We're going to not figure this out, and we're still going to be okay on the other side of this. And your kids have to rest. So when you're doing school at home, isolation school, this is not a time to expect perfection. You can do your best, get things done as much as you can, but kids have a time limit too. So for us, we do have school scheduled during the day. Like, all right, we were at 10:30, and then I found that my son we couldn't handle it. He's in second grade right now, and he was just losing his mind. And when we stopped and readjusted, it was like, okay, he needs to do schoolwork right after eating. So we had to move it back to 9 a.m. And he actually is doing a lot better. The other thing is that if he gets frustrated, angry, starts crying, starts not wanting to do anything, and that's not every day, but when he has those bad days, I just stop. Don't force him to do it. Don't be like, well, you can sit at school, you can sit with me. It's completely different. I can tell you, my son is looking outside, and across the street is where his friends live. And I know he's thinking, God, I could just go be with them and go play. I miss my friends. They're feeling sad. They're grieving. They lost the rest of their year and their interaction with their friends and their teachers and their loved ones on that side too. So slow down, let them rest, let them regenerate as well. And that really leads into let go of any expectations and assumptions. I was reading about the ask versus guess culture, where a lot of people are raised, especially women, to not be vocal about what they need. We're not allowed to say that because that's intimidating and forceful, or you're a nag and no one wants to be around you. And we're just having these expectations and forcing people to guess at what makes us happy. Like, wow, it'd be really nice if they did the dishes for me, or if they picked up their laundry, but I'm not going to ask them to do it. I'm just going to make them guess. And that's really difficult in a home when we're together, because Now everybody's forcing each other to guess at what's going to make them happy. And we have to cut it out, and you have to really look at your expectations, your assumptions of what people understand and know about you. And you have to start coming up with assertive communication, not aggressive, but assertive. So there's 3 different types of communication. There's passive, where we don't have eye contact, we're looking down, we feel bad, we feel guilty, I don't know if you're feeling right. There's aggressive, which is aggressive, right? It's in your face, it's demanding, not listening, and holding people to high expectations. And then there's assertive, where we're making good eye contact, we're asking for what we want, we're receptive and listening to others, and we're willing to either make compromises or make schedules together or figuring out what's going to work best. So assertive communication and asking what you want right now is the only way you're going to keep your marriage happy, keep yourself happy, keep your kids happy, and everybody survive together in isolation without falling apart, without these big blowups, without these fights. And we can really embrace and learn about a lot about ourselves. How do we communicate? What are we taking personally? What are we making assumptions on? What are we expecting from others that they don't even know that we're expecting it, right? And your spouse and your kids have the same expectations and guest culture that you have as well. So this is an amazing time to dismantle that and start asking for what you want and need in order to make your home a happy one, and at the same time collaborating and compromising. So that way you are safe, healthy, and secure, and everyone else in your house is as well. Lower your stress, sleep better at night, and feel really good. So that way you can really start working on yourself and being who you want to be with your kids. If you want to be energetic, playful, loving, what kind of home do you want to have? What kind of experience and family experience do you want your children to grow up with? So the Mombie Survival Guide is available now. It is totally free, packed with information. I have guided meditations in there for you as well, journaling exercise, everything that you need to get started on your health journey today. If you have any questions, if you want to chat with me one-on-one, shoot me a message on Facebook at Little Black Bag Medicine, and I'll put the link in the comments so you can get signed up, get started, and really focus on your health and well-being so you can feel like yourself again and you can express yourself again and enjoy your life. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.